G'day folks, Dr. Ethan Walker here. After 35 years working in men's health across Sydney, Melbourne, and beyond, I've seen blokes make some bloody simple mistakes that cost them dearly when it comes to prostate health. And mate, I'm not talking about rare diseases or complicated medical conditions. I'm talking about what you put on your plate every single day. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another doctor telling me what I can't eat. But hear me out, because this isn't about taking away everything you love. It's about making smarter choices so you can keep doing what you love for years to come. Your prostate, that little walnut-sized gland sitting just below your bladder, doesn't make headlines until something goes wrong. And trust me, when it does, you'll wish you'd paid attention earlier. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 foods that are absolutely terrible for your prostate. And then I'll give you 5 ripper alternatives that'll actually protect it. But before we dive in, let me be crystal clear. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to give you the facts based on decades of research and my own clinical experience. Right, let's get stuck into it. Number 5 on our avoid list is processed meats. Now, I know a good snag at the Barbie is practically a religion here in Australia, but hear me out. I'm talking about the stuff like bacon, salami, hot dogs, devon, and those pre-packaged deli meats you grab at Woolies. These foods are loaded with preservatives, particularly sodium nitrate and sodium nitrite. When you cook these meats at high temperatures, these preservatives form compounds called nitrosamines, and research has linked these to an increased risk of prostate cancer. But it's not just the preservatives. Processed meats are packed with saturated fats and salt. Too much salt can worsen urinary symptoms, especially if you've already got an enlarged prostate. You know that frustrating feeling of needing to get up 3 times a night for a wee? Yeah, processed meats can make that worse. Now, I'm not saying you can never have a sausage sizzle again. Life's too short for that nonsense. What I am saying is keep it to once a week, maybe twice at most. And when you do have a Barbie, throw on some fresh fish, chicken breast, or kangaroo meat instead. Roo meat is actually brilliant. It's lean, high in protein, and better for your prostate than processed options. Number 4 is excessive dairy products. Right. This one might ruffle some feathers, because we've all grown up being told milk builds strong bones. And it does, no argument there. But here's what they didn't tell you. Excessive dairy consumption can be a real problem for your prostate. Cow's milk contains a growth hormone called IGF-1, insulin-like growth factor 1. When you're drinking multiple glasses of milk a day, eating loads of cheese, and having yogurt at every meal, you're potentially raising your IGF-1 levels. High levels of this hormone have been linked to increased prostate cancer risk in several studies. And there's more. Dairy naturally contains hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Now, in small amounts, no worries. But if you're having dairy morning, noon, and night, these excess hormones can disrupt your body's delicate balance. This imbalance can promote inflammation in the prostate or contribute to abnormal cell growth. Then there's casein, the protein in milk. For many blokes, casein triggers an inflammatory response in the body, and inflammation is bad news for your prostate. If you're experiencing pressure in your bladder, difficulty urinating, or that annoying cycle of waking up multiple times at night, your body might be telling you something. So what's the go here? I'm not saying cut out dairy completely, but if you're having 3 flat whites a day plus cheese on everything, it's time to dial it back. Try limiting dairy to 1 or 2 servings daily. And look at alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk. They're everywhere now, even at your local servo. For yogurt, try coconut or soy varieties. If you love cheese, stick to less processed options like cottage cheese or ricotta, and watch your portions. Small changes, big impact. Number 3 is foods high in saturated fats. Who doesn't love a good feed of hot chips or a juicy burger from Macca's? But unfortunately, fried foods, fast food, and fatty meats are absolutely packed with saturated fats, and they can wreak havoc on your prostate. First off, these foods promote chronic inflammation throughout your body. We know now that ongoing inflammation is a major risk factor for prostate problems, whether it's benign prostatic enlargement or something more serious. An inflammatory environment makes your prostate vulnerable. Secondly, saturated fats negatively impact your circulation by contributing to plaque buildup in your arteries. Reduced blood flow means your prostate cells aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need. That creates a breeding ground for dysfunction and disease. Here's another crucial bit. Some studies suggest that high saturated fat consumption can increase free testosterone levels. Now, testosterone is important for men's health, no doubt, but too much of it, especially in an unbalanced environment, can fuel abnormal growth in prostate cells. If you're already at increased risk for prostate problems, think of extra free testosterone as petrol on a smoldering fire. So, what do? Try cutting back on fast food, burgers, fried chicken, and fatty cuts of beef or pork. Replace them with healthier fat sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids. This shift can go a long way in maintaining a stable hormonal environment and preventing inflammation. Two key factors in protecting your prostate. And look, I get it. Sometimes you just want a burger. Have it once a fortnight, enjoy it, and don't stress about it. It's the daily habits that matter most. Number 2 is excessive alcohol consumption. Many Australians enjoy a cold one after work or a glass of wine with dinner, and in moderation, an occasional drink isn't necessarily harmful. But excessive alcohol consumption can pose a direct threat to your prostate health. Why? Because alcohol messes with your hormones. It can raise estrogen levels in the male body while simultaneously lowering testosterone. That's an unbalanced combination that can worsen prostate problems. Alcohol also irritates your urinary tract, including your bladder and prostate. If you're experiencing frequent nighttime urination, difficulty peeing, or that nagging feeling of never fully emptying your bladder, your evening drinks might be partly to blame. Then there's the dehydration factor. Alcohol is a known diuretic, which can lead to dehydration if you're not careful. When you're dehydrated, your urine becomes more concentrated, and that extra acidity irritates your bladder and prostate. Over time, this irritation can lead to chronic inflammation and even infections. What's the solution? Drink in moderation. If you're at a party or the pub, try pacing yourself. Alternate between alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks, preferably water. Cutting back doesn't mean giving up enjoyment. It simply means making a healthier choice that protects your prostate. If you do want the occasional glass, red wine in moderation might be slightly preferable because it contains antioxidants that may have a protective effect. But remember, no amount of healthy antioxidants compensates for regular heavy drinking. When it comes to alcohol, moderation is key. Your prostate will thank you. Number 1, and this is the silent killer for prostate health, is refined sugar and simple carbohydrates. Think white bread, sugary soft drinks, pastries, chocolate bars, and those irresistible donuts at the servo. These rapidly spike your blood sugar and trigger a cascade of insulin release. Chronically elevated insulin levels can lead to systemic inflammation, the last thing you need when trying to keep your prostate healthy. Excess sugar also contributes to weight gain, particularly around the belly. That extra abdominal fat disrupts your hormone levels, often increasing estrogen while suppressing testosterone. If you're noticing increased urination or discomfort in the pelvic area, this hormonal shift could be the culprit. Simple carbs give you quick energy bursts, but once those highs fade, you're hungry again and probably craving another sweet pick-me-up. This cycle can promote insulin resistance, which some studies link to accelerated prostate cell growth and potentially higher cancer risk. The fix? Replace refined options with complex carbohydrates like brown rice, quinoa, oats, or 100% whole grain bread. These foods digest more slowly, preventing blood sugar spikes and crashes. And if you've got a sweet tooth, stick to low glycemic index fruits like berries, apples, and pears. They give you natural sweetness plus a solid dose of vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber that help your body fight inflammation instead of promoting it. Now, before I lose half of you thinking you can't eat anything anymore, let me flip this around. Let's talk about the 5 best foods you should be eating to protect your prostate. Because it's not just about avoiding the bad stuff, it's about bringing in the good stuff. Number 5, tomatoes. Tomatoes are absolute legends when it comes to prostate health, thanks to a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. Studies have found that lycopene is associated with lower prostate cancer risk and may slow the progression of prostate enlargement. Lycopene works by fighting oxidative stress, a harmful process that accelerates cell aging and promotes abnormal growth. Here's an important tip. Lycopene is more bioavailable when tomatoes are lightly cooked. While fresh tomatoes in a salad are always healthy, you'll get even more lycopene from roasted tomatoes, tomato soup, or homemade tomato sauce. If you're not keen on cooked tomatoes, add them to a stew, mix them into pasta sauce, or try natural vegetable juices. Besides lycopene, tomatoes are rich in vitamin C and potassium, 2 nutrients that reduce inflammation and balance electrolytes in your body. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure and promote proper muscle function, including those involved in bladder control. Vitamin C strengthens your immune system and supports your body in fighting infections or inflammation in the prostate area. Number 4. Broccoli and cruciferous vegetables. Next up are cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and cabbage. This green goodness contains a natural compound called sulforaphane, known for its potential to reduce inflammation and prostate cancer risk. Sulforaphane helps your liver detoxify harmful substances that, when they accumulate, can trigger chronic inflammation or alter cells in ways that increase cancer risk. Another benefit? Cruciferous vegetables help balance hormones. Excess estrogen in men, often caused by poor diet and lack of physical activity, can promote prostate enlargement. Compounds found in broccoli and similar vegetables promote a healthier testosterone to estrogen ratio. They're also high in fiber, which aids digestion and prevents constipation and excessive straining that can worsen pelvic pain. If you're not a fan of plain steamed broccoli, try a stir-fry with garlic, olive oil, and a pinch of chili flakes. Or roast cauliflower florets in the oven with salt, pepper, and turmeric for a tasty, prostate-friendly side dish. Number 3. Pumpkin seeds. These little champions pack a serious punch for prostate health. They're rich in zinc, a mineral crucial for hormone regulation and maintaining a healthy prostate. Low zinc levels can increase the risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, which often manifests as frequent urination or difficulty emptying your bladder. Pumpkin seeds also contain phytosterols, natural compounds that may reduce the conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. DHT is strongly linked to prostate enlargement. By managing DHT levels, you can reduce or prevent BPH symptoms. Plus, pumpkin seeds contain healthy fats like omega-3 fatty acids, giving you a snack that promotes circulation and reduces inflammation throughout your body. How do you eat them? Simple. Sprinkle pumpkin seeds over your salad or stir them into your morning porridge. You can also blend them into smoothies or munch them by the handful. Just choose unsalted or lightly salted varieties to control your sodium intake. Number 2. Green tea. If you're still reaching for multiple cups of coffee daily, consider swapping at least 1 or 2 for green tea. Green tea contains catechins, particularly one called epigallocatechin gallate, or EGCG. This compound has powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that may help protect against prostate cancer. Several studies have shown that men who drink green tea regularly have a lower incidence of prostate problems. Green tea also supports healthy hormone metabolism and may help your body process estrogen more efficiently, keeping that critical testosterone to estrogen balance in check. Now, I'm not suggesting you drink 10 cups a day. 2 to 3 cups of green tea daily is plenty to reap the benefits. If you're worried about caffeine, opt for decaf versions, which still contain those beneficial catechins. Add a squeeze of lemon to boost antioxidant absorption, and you've got yourself a prostate-protecting beverage. Number 1. Fatty fish. Finally, we come to fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna. These are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are brilliant for reducing inflammation throughout your body, including your prostate. Chronic inflammation is enemy number 1 when it comes to prostate health, and omega-3 seconds are one of your best weapons against it. Studies suggest that men who regularly consume fatty fish have a lower risk of aggressive prostate cancer. Omega-3 seconds also support cardiovascular health, which is crucial because good circulation means your prostate gets the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function properly. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. If you're not a fish person, consider a high-quality fish oil supplement, but always chat with your GP first. And yeah, I know one of the comments mentioned heavy metals in fish. That's a fair concern. Stick to smaller fish like sardines and mackerel, which have lower mercury levels, and avoid excessive tuna consumption. Now, let me address something because I know some of you are looking at that thumbnail wondering about eggs. Fair question. Eggs are a bit of a gray area. They're high in choline, and some studies have suggested a link between high choline intake and increased prostate cancer risk. But other research shows eggs can be part of a healthy diet. My recommendation? Keep eggs to 3 or 4 per week, not 3 per day. Balance is everything. Right, so where does this leave you? Look, I know it can feel overwhelming when you hear about all these foods to avoid. But here's the thing, it's not about being perfect, it's about making better choices most of the time. If you currently have processed meat every day, cut it back to once a week. If you're drinking a liter of milk daily, have it and try some alternatives. Small changes add up to big results. And for those of you thinking this is all rubbish, I get it. There's a lot of conflicting information out there. But I've been doing this for 35 years, and I've seen what works. The blokes who take their diet seriously and make these changes, they're the ones still playing golf at 75, not the ones dealing with catheters and constant doctor visits. One more thing. If you're over 50 and haven't had your prostate checked, book an appointment with your GP. Early detection saves lives, full stop. And if you're already experiencing symptoms like difficulty urinating, frequent nighttime bathroom trips, or pain, don't wait. Get it sorted. All right, folks, that's your lot for today. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. And if you've got questions about specific foods or want me to cover something else related to men's health, drop them below. Next time, I'll be talking about exercises that can actually help your prostate, so make sure you subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and remember, your health is your wealth. Cheers.